Hey, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to another time here. Welcome to another time at the book club. That's what we get to do here on Sunday afternoon. Uh, we're doing a book, reading through our sixth book in the series, and it's the Good Life. That's what we have ourselves reading into at this point in time, and it's the good life, and it's a 85 plus year study through human development to see what it takes to have a good life, what it takes to have a happy, healthy, enriching life. So we've been reading through this since July, and we finished chapter 3 last Sunday. So today we're going into chapter 4 of the book. The title of chapter 4 is Social Fitness. How to be fit, socially speaking. When we talk about fitness, typically the common thing we talk about is physical fitness. But fitness, it's also involves every area of our life, right? You can talk about someone being financially fit, someone being emotionally fit, someone being mentally fit, someone being spiritually fit. So all of those are important, and they add up, to our maturity and our ability to live a healthy, rewarding life. So we're looking at the social part of it and how it affects these other areas of our life. Typically, most of the fitness we're talking about takes place on the inside of us. It's more like currency that takes place on the inside of us. When you talk about social fitness, then is that our ability to use the local currency on the inside of us with other people in a social setting, right? It's our ability to handle interpersonal relationship, is our ability to engage other people, either by creating relationships or by maintaining one. So that's what social fitness is all about. And we're going to be looking at this from different angles. And this promises to be an exciting topic. And it's probably going to take us more than 5 sittings to do this, because, they just different angles look at this from. So we're going to start from today. We'll see what we can take today. Then we'll go on next week and onwards till we exhaust the topic itself. So I'm going to bring up my slide like always, and we're going to see what we can take, from this aspect of the book, of this chapter 4. All right. So if you're in Facebook Live, you would see the slides. If you're on YouTube, you would see it. About here on Instagram Live, there's no way of shooting up the slides. So you have something better than the slides. You have me, in full view. So let's go for this, So again, that's the book, it's written by the two guys, Robert Waldinger and Max Schutz. They lead at the department for human adult development, study at the Harvard School. And this again, it's a summary of their findings, of a study they've been doing for more than 85 years now, on what it takes to develop right, to grow right, from adolescence going into old age, till death, how to engage life rightly, to get the best benefit out of life. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at their study and the results of their study and seeing what we can learn from it, So that's what we're going to do today. Again, we're looking at social fitness. That's what chapter 4 of the book entails, and we're going to bite into it bit by bit. The quote that the book starts with, is one by John Steinbeck, and it says, "A sad soul can kill you quicker than a gem." Your emotional state can kill you faster than a gem would. Lack of sleep will kill a person faster than lack of water or food, right? If you don't sleep for a certain period, you're more susceptible to death than death, and faster than lack of food or water will. Again, lack of sleep leads you to depression, mental sickness, and the state of mind affects every area of our lives. So but when we're socially fit, it helps us, to be in the right state of mind. It helps our emotional fitness. It helps our spiritual fitness. It helps our psychological fitness. It helps even our physical fitness also. So it's just that important, because in our relationship we exercise every part, sector of our life, just to make them work right. So I will see that as we go along. So one of the most important things that matters in life, obviously, is relationship, and that's what social fitness is about: is ability to create and maintain relationships in our lives. And we've said from the study, the result of the book says that what helps us to live a rewarding, enjoyable, satisfying life is having the right relationship, the right quality relationship. It's not just having the relationship, but having quality relationship. And our ability to have quality and right relationship is the extent to which we are socially fit to have same, right? Human beings are inherently social creatures, and forming deep, meaningful connections with the people around can greatly fulfill our basic need for longing and social intimacy, right? We're looking for meaning. We're looking for a sense of belonging. We're looking for social intimacy, being close to someone, an idea, or grouping. And our ability to relate helps fulfill that part of our lives, and gives us quality relationship. Again, the summary of the study of the whole book, says that what is that positive relationships, keep us happier, healthier, and help us live longer, period. People live longer, they live healthier, they live happier when they have the right and quality relationships in their lives. It's more than medicine. If we can get that to our relationships right, it will help us, to live right, to live long. So it's not just about even the length of life, but it's the width of life, have the right experience of life, so that does help us, when we have the ability to even do it, right? So social fitness, is so you to, just like for me to be physically fit, you have to exercise, right? I have to exercise those muscles. I have to use it. And the same thing goes for social fitness. It comes by use. It comes by practice. You talk about, and that goes with what we call the law of use. The law of use says that the more an association, is used, the stronger it becomes. The more I exercise myself in the area of relationship, the more my ability to relate becomes, and there's the opposite to it called the law of the law of disuse. It says that when I don't use a thing, I lose it. It becomes weak, or I lose it. It dies. It either becomes weak and die, and possibly dies. So for me to grow my social fitness, it means that I have to exercise myself in creating and maintaining relationships. That's important. So social fitness is simply the ability to create and maintain healthy relationships. It's not just about maintaining relationships, but it's the healthy relationships, because it's easy to just create relationships itself, right? And that's not social fitness, because people are ready to use us. People that are not healthy, do not have social fitness, expose themselves to be used by others, right? To be abused by others. Like I remember canceling someone in Malaysia years ago, and she was in a relationship where she gets physically abused, but she wasn't going to leave that relationship because she feels she will not get someone else to love her, right? That is not socially fit. That's not someone that's socially fit. She didn't have faith in herself, so she's just clinging up to a relationship that is not good for her, that is not healthy. No, that's not being socially fit, right? It's the ability to create and maintain healthy and life-giving, rewarding relationships, not just relationships, right? So uh, there are two extremes, when we talk about social fitness, right? You can be in a relationship where you allow yourself to be abused, or you're not able to relate, in a social setting, because you're shy, or because you have what we call social anxiety. That's on the low end. There's also a place where you're narcissistic, right? You're always wanting to be a win-lose. You don't know the place of win-win. Social fitness, the ability to engage others in a win-win or no deal relationship. Although, unlike being shy and social anxiety, it's a lose-win relationship. Narcissism is a win-lose relationship. You always want to win. Those are extreme, no good hands. The place of balance, the place of being socially fit, is a place where you're looking for a win-win relationship. It's not just about you, it's about the person you're relating to also. It's not just beneficial to you, it's also beneficial to the person you're relating, or persons you're relating with also. So it's not narcissism we're talking about. It's not being shy or being socially anxious we're talking about. It's about being in a relationship, where everybody's strength is being utilized. You're being a blessing, and you're also allowing yourself to be blessed. There's also what we call the niceaholic, or niceaholic, right? A place where you feel like you must always be nice to other people. It's in that same realm of being shy, in that same realm of being social anxious, because you're not sure of yourself. You always want to please other people, even at the detriment of your own self. That is not what we're talking about. That's not social fitness. Right? Social fitness is coming into a place of a win-win or no deal relationship where you're confident of yourself, but you're not using the confidence of yourself to abuse or oppress other people, but rather to bless them, to increase them, even as you allow yourself to be increased by them also, right? That's what it means to be socially fit, right? So it is a measure of the strength and quality of our relationship and social interactions. That's what it means to be socially fit. It's to the extent to which we're able to have a good quality and right relationships, right, and social interactions, right. So social fitness, it comes through practice, like we said, it's a muscle, just like physical muscle. It's a muscle. It comes by exercise. It comes by doing it, and that's how to overcome being shy. That's how to overcome being socially anxious. I used to be incredibly shy. I used to be incredibly socially anxious, but I've become who I am by exercise, by practice. Like I like to say most of the time, I was not born this way, right? To be this confident standing in front of the camera and talking to you. I was not born this way. This wasn't who I used to be years back, but I've become who I am by exercise. I've become who I am by practice, right? I'm this confident because I do it over and over. I've exercised this muscle in my life, that makes me then socially fit. I've developed social muscle by exercise. Wow, this is not my natural disposition. This is not what I would naturally do, but I've grown to do this because I've practiced it, right? I've made mistakes, and I'm getting better, and I'm still getting better. I'm still growing, right? I'm still getting better. I'm still learning, I am an introvert. I'm not one that's going to be, I don't gain my strength by doing this. I gain my strength by just being with myself, right? But that's not social fitness, right? Social fitness is not about uh, reveling in my weakness, right? It's about reveling in my strength, right? And seeking growth, seeking to be better by using my strength, not using my weaknesses as an excuse, right? So so the more you practice, or exercise uh your social being or your social muscles, the stronger your relationship will be, just as simple as that. You get better doing this, but it comes by practice. It's not just by reading, you got to do it. That's how you get better at doing it, So social fitness enables you to maintain, there's a lot of benefits to this, as I read it, it's been talked about in military circles, it's you need it. You need to be socially fit, to be a soldier. You need to be physical, socially fit to do about anything in life. It has benefits for your mental health. It gives us higher levels of mental fitness, performance, and helps our ability to be resilient. Like I got to teach, from a scriptural standpoint. Elijah, spent a lot of time alone, during a time of famine, such that it was easy for him to become depressed, when a woman threatened him. This was the same one that used to call down fire, but just because a woman said it was going to kill him, he became depressed. It was already at that edge. When you spend time alone and you don't know how to relate with other people, your resilience is reduced. You're not able to face life itself. There's something about us that grows when we relate with other people. There's a sense of what's becoming stronger, mentally, social, emotionally, psychologically, our ability to face life kind of gets upped, by us relating with other people, talking with other people, engaging other people. We seemingly gain muscles, not just even on the social angle, but mentally. Our ability to face life itself. We build our level of resilience by relating with other people. There's a power that comes from from hooking up with other people. So healthy relationships, uh, characterized by healthy relationships, which you get by being socially fit, is characterized by mutual respect, support, and effective communication, right? So when I'm socially fit and I'm I get into healthy relationships, what I find and get there is there's a mutual respect, there's support, and there's effective communication. When this is not present in your relationship, then you're not socially fit. Social fitness will help you come into a healthy relationship, which is characterized by there's a mutual support. Again, it's a win-win or no deal relationship, right? There's a mutual support, and there's a effective communication, effective engagement, with other people. The health of your relationship and your level of engagement in those relationships impact all the aspects of your being, of your well-being. When you relate with other people, it helps all of the aspects of your well-being. You're able to sleep better. You're able to make the right food choices, because your food is not then a drug, right? It's not something you're trying to numb your feelings. You are eating for the sake of eating, not for the sake of numbing your loneliness, right? So you're able to make the right food choices, and you are able to also recover from sickness better. You have a reason to live, a reason to face life, a reason to wait till next week, to a reason to live. Our reason for living comes from our interactions with other people. We tend to want to live for other people, and for me, I say that all the time, right? And I'm living for my children, I'm living for my wife, I'm living for my siblings, I'm living for my parents, I'm living for the people my life is impacting and will impact. I'm not just living for myself. If it's just for myself, might as well go home to heaven. But my reason for living goes beyond myself. It goes into the reason, the impact my life is having on other people, right? So because I'm then able to relate with other people, I have a reason to want to live another day, want to live another hour, want to live another minute, want to have a reason to live another second. So